Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngom, and today we're going to be talking about how you can easily triple your productivity this week. Before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to someone who left a review of the show. This is to Blair. She said, a great podcast for action takers. For every action-taking entrepreneur, this show is for you. Rachel delivers actionable advice and next steps for listeners that are ready to grow their business in impactful ways. Start listening and subscribe now. If you have not yet left a review of the show, please go do that. Take a screenshot, email us your review, and I've got a gift for you for taking the time to do that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, how can you triple your productivity? This could be a game changer. First thing, figure out when are you most productive during the day? When is like that chunk of time where you're like in the zone? You got to make sure that time is set aside for you to be the most productive. Okay. So, hot seating one of our Activate students, and she was having a hard time getting in some of the important things in her business. And we come to find out that she was exercising and doing things while her kids were asleep. And I'm like, but if you're most productive in the morning, wouldn't it make sense for you to get your most important business things done? And then when they're awake, you could do your workout. And so she's like, I never thought about it that way. And so that's like a super simple shift for her. And I'm like, you have 3 hours, like essentially in the morning, if you wake up at 6 before they wake up at 9, that you could get so much done. And then you could do your workout around lunchtime or something like that. So figure out, when are you most productive? When is that time for you where you're just in the zone? Okay. And I want you to make sure it's on your calendar. So I have it on my calendar around this time, like 9 to 10 a.m., 9 to 11 a.m. I have power hour like in there where I'm not taking any business phone calls, any interviews, nothing. I don't take any interviews until 11 because my most productive, where my mind is most alert and I can get most my creativity stuff done, is in the morning. Okay. So that is when you want to make sure, when are you most productive and creative, and have it on the calendar of like, okay, this time it's blocked off. I'm not taking calls until later or whenever it is for you. Okay. So that's thing number one, figure out and put it on the calendar and have that marked off. Next thing is know during that time. So it depends on how much time you have. I usually just set aside an hour for a power hour. And if I have more time throughout the week, I'll do more, but it's typically like every day during the week, I'll do 1 power hour. And I get so much done in that hour. I don't have it set aside for like 3 hours. It's literally 1 hour. And I get so much done. It like blows my mind. So what I do is I use a planner. This is the Push Journal from Chalene Johnson. Any planner you want to use, honestly, could work, but I just like this one. And I write down what are the 3 tasks that need to happen during that power hour. So this is the needle moving activities. This isn't me creating graphics in Canva. It's not me checking email. It's very much, what do I need to do to move the needle forward in my business? Okay. So that's really important. Okay. So I'll give an example of some of the things that so like one thing that might be on there is write emails, making sure I'm getting emails written. Another thing might be record a podcast. That might be another thing. Or if I'm working on creating, course content, finalize module 9. So it's not anything on there that's going to take a year to do. It's very much like, no, I could get this done within an hour. So I have it down. I have my plan. I sit down to get the work done. And what I do is I get rid of all other distractions. There's no dinging happening on a phone. There's nothing else open, no Facebook, email, nothing. And I sit down, I have a plan. I know what I need to get done during that hour. And I put in my little AirPods and I put on the app Brain FM. Brain FM. This is an app that you can download, and I put on the focus setting for an hour. You can change how much time you want to do it. So I just do 60 minutes. I put on the focus setting and I'm immediately in the zone. And it's like nothing can stop me when the time, like the sound will go off after an hour. And then I'm like, I get up, I move around, and typically I get it done, whatever needs to be done before the hour's up. If I need to do another one, there might be times where I'm doing like a launch or something coming up. So I might be a little busier. So I might do a second one and take like a 15-minute break in between the two. So that's it for like, if you do those things, and it's just being very intentional with your time. If you give yourself 6 hours to do a task, it's going to take 6 hours. If you give yourself 1 hour to do a task, it'll take 1 hour. And so it's just a matter of being really clear. When are you most focused and productive? Create a plan. What needs to happen during that time? Block it off, get rid of distractions, put on Brain FM, get in the zone, and get it done. Oh my goodness, try it, please, over this next week. Just try it out and then shoot me a DM on Instagram at She's Making an Impact and let me know, did your productivity increase? I swear it will. Like, people ask me all the time, how do you only work 10 to 20 hours a week? That's one of the big secrets. I don't spend a lot of time doing things that don't matter. And I don't give myself hours and hours and hours to get a task done. If it's something important, I'm like, no, you have an hour, go. Get it done. So that's it. I hope you found this helpful. Again, shoot me a DM on Instagram at She's Making an Impact and let me know how it worked for you. And I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.